بتطالب انه المرة ليش ما بتتجوز 4 كمان وبتاخذ صورة ورجالة وراها.
So I haven't shaved mine for about 5 years now. If we live in a society, and we almost do, where every single adult woman removes every last hair the moment it appears, like you know, like sort of military operation, do we end up creating a society where, you know, female body hair is considered disgusting and revolting? So in order to not have that, some of us have to take a stand and grow ours and be like, it's good, it's fine. I don't shave my legs. I don't have naturally very hairy legs, so it doesn't notice that much. But my armpits.
Do you mind if we had a look?
Would you like a little look?
Oh, this is 5 weeks.
This is 5 years.
Oh, 5 years, sorry.
Yeah, so here we go.
Om man tittar på Stanvikens skulpturpark vi har, så är det några män på hästar och några andra män. Och de flesta kvinnor som finns, de är nakna och ganska små. Den historiska staden och det här centrumet som vi har, det ser ut på det här sättet. Och det är vår historia.
25 galopperande dansare värmer upp inför morgondagens performance mot patriarkatet i det offentliga rummet. En 7 kilometer lång manifestation förbi några av huvudstadens statyer med hästen som maktsymbol.
Jag har gjort tillfälliga saker i stadens rum där folk senare flera år har sagt att varenda gång jag går förbi den här platsen är betydelsefulla, tycker vi.
Och ni har varit ute liksom och övat lite runt om i stan. Vad har ni sett eller fått för reaktioner?
Ja, men det vi har sett är när det kommer en stor grupp med kvinnor som tar plats på liksom ett starkt sätt och visar en styrka, så är det nästan lite provocerande.
Meat creates toxic masculinity, according to a university professor. Eating meat is bad for you, it's bad for the country, and it reinforces gender stereotypes, apparently. Yeah. Joining me now, Dr. D'Alessio Parson. Okay, doctor. Why is eating meat bad, really?
Well, we have to back up because you, I think at the beginning, just said eating meat creates toxic masculinity. Mm-hmm. The toxic masculinity is already there.
It's already there. Does eating meat make toxic masculinity worse?
It's one of the ways in which it can reinforce existing kind of social structures, including patriarchy.
Well, how does that reinforce social structures where men dominate eating meat?
Yeah, it's really complicated.
We'll break it. How does eating meat make the genders unequal?
Eating meat holds a lot of symbolism. But it has to do with the fact that our individual level decisions, the things we decide to do as individuals, what we consume, what we put on our bodies, the things we buy and put in our households, are fundamentally political acts. The personal is political.
Okay. So I'm having a steak right now because I'm starving.
If you go hunting, that's a totally different story, right? The blood's on your hands. Right now, you're kind of just enjoying the benefit and the blood's on someone else's hands, and that's not very fair. People have said you should judge a society by how it treats their animals. And we, you know, it'd be great if we had universal health care for our animals.
Animal liberation! Animal liberation! Animals do not want to die!
Inside this building, some will freeze. Women in the workplace, I know a lot of you can hear me here. A new study says workplace standards for air conditioning and heating were created back in the 60s. It's so archaic, it's based upon resting metabolic rates for middle-aged men, not for both the men and the women. So now a lot of people are asking, because of this study, is there such a thing as a sexist thermostat?
There I was thinking it was just me that had a problem, but it turns out it's the air conditioning that's sexist.
I know. So many women in our office have the exact same problem. You know, we just sit there absolutely freezing at our desks trying to type. You can probably tell I've got a cold right now, which I blame all on the AC. And so it's just so actually quite nice to see this research. It's just such a relief to know that there's actually proof that this is happening, that women, you know, do feel the cold more than men, and that the AC in offices is normally regulated more for a male's temperature than a woman's. Often in offices, it is men who control temperatures. You know, that's just something I've found anecdotally. And because majority of the men in offices seem to be absolutely fine with the temperatures, you know, women kind of just sit there on the corner feeling absolutely frozen. And, you know, often, like, actually nothing's being done to help them. And, you know, it might sound like a bit of a silly, light-hearted issue, but actually it's really uncomfortable being freezing at your desk every day. Take it from me.
No, I know I experience the same, because what I've often found is you go in on a really hot summer's day, you're wearing summer clothes, you go into an office and it's absolutely freezing. I think even for some men it must be too cold. I don't understand why air conditioning is often so cold. So what you have to do is then take a jumper in with you and put that jumper on in order to be able to function.
Yeah, honestly.
إن أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.